Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to Sikh Youth UK Freshers Fair 2025. We've got so many different stalls here today, so many different businesses, so many different organisations that have come together to support our youth, those that are in university, those that have just started, to share but also create a safe space for our community, to tackle those issues such as grooming, to ensure that we're having conversations where we create safe spaces, but also to create new opportunities for our young people. Welcome to Sikh Freshers Fair. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with two Benjis from Coventry University Sikh Society. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I just wanted to ask you guys why you're here today and why it's important to be here as well.
So we're here today to basically meet more of like the Sikh students and give them like a space to sort of like feel welcome within Coventry. Sikh SOC is somewhere where like anyone is welcome to learn more about the religion, and also just anyone who wants like a place to chill. It's like a nice welcoming like place where people can learn a bit more about Sikhi if you want, or if you want to like meet more like-minded people. It's like somewhere where, you know, they can feel safe to do that.
And why are these type of events like Freshers Fair at the Gurudwara so important with all these different organisations? What do you guys think? Why do you think it's important?
I guess there's more of a focus on like events for children and maybe older people, but there's less so for people our age. So it's really important to target that specific age range and give them a safe space where if they have any issues they can come to us, or just to meet more people like them.
Perfect. No, thank you guys. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with Deutsche Bank Sikh Network, who have come today to be part of the Sikh Freshers Fair. I just wanted to ask you guys why it's important to be at this event, but also why this event is so important to have running.
So I'll answer the first part of the question. So I think it's really important for us to have the right representation, and I think all the organisations around here are showing that, and also to show that after these young students graduate, that when they're in companies, that they can still be part of their Sikhi, right? So there still be Sikh networks, and that's still a prevalent part of their lives, and they can still represent themselves, and they can be in diverse organisations. So I think it's really important that we're here to show that, because I don't think when you're a graduate, you don't really think about stuff like that, and you don't think, oh, the company I'm going to go to is going to have a Sikh network, and then you can do Sikhi Prachar every day. We started a daily chopay sab, we do like a weekly Simran, so you know it's just showing that that's out there.
Thank you.
And just kind of leading on from that is in the sense that obviously we're here, we're connecting with the youth as well. It's just trying to, like, you know, you have the Sikh kind of society in university now, you're kind of bringing it into the work scheme, but also just trying to show the youth that once you're into the industry, that it's actually really good you can connect with everyone and you can jump from one business to another, but it's just this platform to allow us to get people in and then for them to grow.
Thank you so much for being here as well, because it is so true of this representation, it really matters. So yeah, just thank you for being here as well. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here today with Baji from Smart Learner, who's here today to support the Freshers Fair. Baji, you said a few questions. Just wanted to understand from your perspective why these events are so important to happen in a Gurudwara, but also to bring individuals from these universities, graduates in one place.
I think it's a really good idea to have it in the Gurdwara, especially in the Gurukar, to bring the community together. It's nice to see like-minded individuals who might not feel very confident maybe on the wider community to come into a safe space where they feel they can trust the individuals, the information that they're going to get, and it's just a nice sense of community, really.
Yeah. And could you just tell me a little bit about what Smart Learner is as well, please?
So Smart Learner Driving School is a driving school operating in Coventry. We've been around since 2004, and we're currently the biggest driving school in the local area. We teach pupils from all walks of life, any experience level. We do theory training, normal training, instructor training, you name it. We're here to support the local community where we can.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here and supporting the event as well.
Thanks so much. Thank you very much.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here today with Baji from Sikh Museum Initiative. Baji, could you just tell me a little bit about what Sikh Museum Initiative is, please?
Yes, of course. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We use technology, virtual reality and interactives to explain the story of Maharaja Ranjit Singh and the Sikh Kingdom. So that period from 1799, the 5 decades where the Sikhs ruled modern day Pakistan, we explain that story through artifacts like the Koinu diamond, Dasmi Pasha's Charanna, his actual body armour, and we have virtual reality where people can put it on and with the controllers actually pick up the artifacts and experience them in a way where they can't in a traditional museum. Because in a normal museum, they're always tucked away and you can't really play around with them. So we've used gaming technology to recreate the artifacts and in order to explain that wonderful story, which is not well known outside Sikh circles. So I go into schools, colleges and museums and teach the wider community about our rich history.
That's really amazing. And obviously we're here today at the Freshers Fair. Why is it important to have these Freshers Fair here within the Gurudwara, but also to have these organisations supporting, such as yourself?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's really important. You know, students are here to learn. Sikhi means literally to learn as well. So if there's gaps in knowledge, you know, people are coming from, like today, people are coming from, you know, Liverpool, London, Leicester, all over from the country. We want to tell them it's worth learning about our history. You know, learn about Maharaja Ranjit Singh, learn even the good and the bad, the mutiny, and this story, the special relationship between the British and the Sikhs led to, in World War II, people don't know, 30% of the British Army, 30% was Indian soldiers, and Sikhs were 25 times oversubscribed. So our forefathers fought against fascism for the freedom of this country. We belong here morally, legally, and through history, for our joint history of Anglo-Sikh history.
Perfect, thank you so much. This is such an amazing initiative that's been here. So if you haven't already, please do take a look. But thank you, Baji, for being here and supporting the Freshers Fair. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you.
So this artifact here is the famous Koinu diamond. It was the largest uncut diamond in the world, and it was last given to Maharaja Dalip Singh. In fact, the king has just changed his website to say instead of being handed over, it was forced over as well. So the British king now is recognising that this belongs to the Sikhs, even though it's in the Queen's crown. And it was worn as an armlet on the Maharaja. So in the West we wear it as diamond rings, but the Maharaja wore it around his arm as well. And we've got other artifacts as well, like the famous Akali Nahang, the star as well. So this is actually in a museum in this country, but we've recreated it using 3D. And the Akali Nahangs were, you know, the ultimate SAS, Knights Templar, soldiers of the forge of Maharaja, of Guru Gobind Singh Ji's army as well. And we've got other artifacts and shields, coins, and all this can be experienced through interactive technology or through our virtual reality setup as well. So if you look at some of the artwork here, you can tell how rich the treasury was in Maharaja Ranjit Singh, because this much art and design was put into the armoury, so that the soldiers had dignity and pride, and they were winning battles against the enemy, against the Mughals, some of the Hindu Raja as well. But all this shows how rich, how cultured, and how decent art we had in that period of history around 1849 and before as well. And also the Missile period is quite important, which led up to this. People don't recognise this, but this is actually a battle flag from Maharaja Dalip Singh, so it's not a Nishan Sahib, there's no Kundan there either. So this showed that the army was very inclusive, because it was more of a Punjab forge, even though it was backed up by the Akali Nahang, the Khalsa forge, but we had Hindu, Musliman there in the army as well, and that's a very inclusive battle flag standard.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with Cloud9 Estates. Could you guys just tell me a little bit about who Cloud9 Estates are?
Yep, so we're Cloud9 Estates, we're a lettings agency. We're based in Coventry on Walsgrave Road. So we're an award-winning agency, 6th year in a row.
Thank you. And I just wanted to find out, why is it important to have representation at these events, and also for your presence to be here?
We want students to feel included. We don't want them to feel scared to start university. In the property industry, it's very common that a lot of students don't have anywhere to go. We're here, we're quite a big estate agency. We want students to feel comfortable knowing that we're here to help them, whether it's a university, finding a home. We believe in inclusivity.
And I think it's also really important to make Sikh students feel welcome so they don't feel left out. They feel that there is a community that they can rely on if they need. So it's really important to have such events.
Thank you so much for being here, and it is really important. Sometimes it's hard to find people that you trust. Accommodation might be hard. Reach out to them, they're here and they're local. So if you need any support, please reach out to Cloud9 Estates. Thank you everyone. Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh. Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh. I'm here with Baji from Khalsa Akhara Gym. Baji, can you just tell me a little bit about who you guys are and what you guys do?
Yeah, Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh. So I help run the gym, Khalsa Akhara Gym. We're part of Singh Sabha Gurdwara in Coventry. We brought a stall with us today. We've got a bench press competition going on. Part of the gym, we offer quite a lot of different things, and we thought it's important for us to be here. This is just a safe place for our community to go to. With everything going on outside, there's a lot of racism these days. Everyone's on high alert. So we offer a lot of different things. We offer boxing. We've got a full-on amateur boxing club. We do the wrestling. We've got Olympic wrestling. We do archery. And on top of that, we've got the normal gym. So the gym, we've got two gyms, one separate for the guys and a separate one for ladies. We do yoga classes. So there are lots of different things that people can come and take part in. It's really important that our community, we don't get sort of lazy and just, eat out and we need to train, and it's part of our heritage. Without training, it's both on a mind and body. So it's very important.
No, 100% Baji, and this representation is so important. If you are in and around Coventry, make sure to come down, make sure to come and check out the gym and be part of the gym as well. But also create that safe network of safe community. I know you mentioned about a lot that's happening now, and obviously we have a lot of grooming cases. We have a lot of things that we've seen now recently in the news. What is your advice to young people, and what advice would you give to them?
It doesn't matter what sort of training you do. Everybody, boys and girls, everybody should do some form of combat training. Doesn't matter what that is. Just pick something that you enjoy, stick with it, and it will just create awareness for you, awareness of your space, distance, how to keep safe. You got to learn about self-defense. But just take part in any combat sport, and for the parents, just encourage your children to take part in any combat sport. Doesn't matter which one, but just make sure they do something.
Thank you so much. Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh. Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh. I'm here with JLR Sikh Network. Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh. Just wanted to find out a little bit about who you guys are.
So we represent JLR Sikh Network, and basically we formed this team to represent Sikhi in JLR and to basically get our community together to see what we can do. Not for Sikhi, obviously we can't do anything for Sikhi, Sikhi is doing for us, but it's just to represent Sikh faces in the JLR places. So, and then we formed this network, and together then obviously we had the opportunity to come here in the Share Fair to show what we are doing as a JLR at our workplace with these youngster kids who are willing to probably join, and basically what JLR gives back to them as if they want to join in as a company, what courses they can do or what can be their future in JLR. Yeah.
No, it's so important, that representation is, and that kind of safe network within the companies that we work in. I just also had another question in why these events are important and why you guys coming is important to hear as well.
I think I've been to a couple of the careers events at the moment, and for people just coming out of any sort of education, whether it be A-levels, GCSEs or even degree, not a lot of people know what options are out there. So you think of JLR as well, specifically for our company, as just being purely engineering. But the amount of other opportunities we offer around finance, legal, that sort of stuff. It's some of our most popular apprenticeships is a finance apprenticeship. So it's making that awareness of options that are available to everybody, and it is accessible to everybody. Also seeing that big companies in the UK are representing other faiths and other cultures, it makes it feel a lot safer. Because I know so many other companies that don't represent a lot of their employees and are only just really now discovering diversity and inclusion, and it makes me feel a lot safer and happier at JLR. to be able to come into that sort of safe area. So making sure all the students, any kids that we go to, we did an event at Save a School earlier in the year, make people aware that that's an option for people, and it's a safe space to come into. You've got a community already established. Yeah, it's a really important little thing.
Is there anyone else that would like to add anything?
I think in the past 3-4 years, since we have got this creators course has been introduced by JLR, things are fairly much better in terms of there is more representation from the minority sides, from different religious groups and everything. What we are trying and aiming here is that what we see is that we lack Sikh students who are even aware about that there are so many good opportunities like graduate roles, apprenticeships and all these things which are available in JLR. And because of that reason, we do not see them on board. So our aim is to get to the Sikh youth and try and educate them that these are the good options where you don't have to always just directly go to the university. There are plenty of opportunities within JLR which can make your life and career much better. So yeah, that's what I would like to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here, part of today's Freshers Fair as well. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with Sikh SIKH, Paji from Sikh SIKH. Could you just tell me a little bit about who you guys are, what you guys do, and also why this event is so important?
Sure. So, my name is Javraj Singh. I'm with sikhchannel.com. So we're an organisation that essentially helps university Sikh societies with support, resources, funding, advice, so that they can essentially function properly as a society. So we find that a lot of the time Sikh societies kind of go through peaks and troughs. So we're kind of aiming to combat that so that they can consistently run across committees going into the future. So that's who we are, and events like this I feel are important because it gives university Sikh students a chance to meet different organisations, connect with other students as well, and just kind of learn more about kind of, I guess, see if anything piques their interest and if they align with certain organisations. And yeah.
Thank you, Paji. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with Sevadars from Share Charity UK. Paji, just want to find out a little bit about who you guys are.
Yes, so Share Charity has been about for a long while. Initially, I don't know if you heard about Sikhi to the Max. Initially, early 2000s, they built the original software to translate and make Sikhi more accessible. They do loads and loads of seva on Share Charity. I don't know if you heard of the Sikhi Enlightenment course. So a couple of sevadars from Coventry and Sikh Servicing, they take it. I think they've actually done it in Europe now. So they talk about the spiritual aspect of Sikhi. You know, a lot of times in Sikhi, we just talk about, we undervalue Sikhi really. We undersell it. So initially, people just talk about 10 gurus, 5Ks, but this really delves into the depth of the Sikhi, the spiritual aspect of it. And this book encapsulated the most, in my opinion. Deutsche Bank made a book, Why Am I Here? And it's a really unique book because you can apply it to yourself, and at the end of each chapter ask you questions, and you can most books, especially when you read like books of the Jivan of Singhs, you feel like you're reading like, well, how am I meant to get here? And you sort of put it down, you're like, oh well, I'm here, how am I meant to get here? But this like sort of bridges the gap, so you can really read this and apply it to your life in terms of like spirituality and in general. Yeah, Share Charity, if you just check their page, they do loads of seva and stuff like that. They've got a YouTube channel from years ago from loads of really good speakers, and that's what we're here to represent today, really.
Thank you so much. And obviously we're here today at the Freshers Fair. Why are events like this important to have at Gurudwara, but just for our community?
Yeah, I think especially with people coming from uni, some at a young age, especially when they're away from their home environment, this can really help them. Because this might be their first impression in Sikhi, and this is really what you want to spread in. You know, the spiritual aspect of Sikhi is, I think, is undervalued a bit and undershown to the population. So I think this is really important and overlooked. So yeah, I think it's
Thank you so much. It's so important to have different charities and organisations here. So thank you, Paji, for being here and supporting. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with Baljit Baji from Journey of Compassion. Baji, could you just let me know a little bit about who you guys are and what you do?
Yeah, so we set up a few years ago, keeping in mind that even within our community, in the Sikh community, a lot of people need support with their journey, whether it be with their mental health, whether it generally be the Sikhi questions they have, their spiritual journey. So we set up a numerous amount of services, but a main one being providing online sangat based around Gurbani. So we've been doing that for over 4 years, where every Sunday we come together on Zoom with a global sangat and interactively we discuss Gurbani in a very safe space to whatever questions or doubts people might have. And a lot of people, doesn't matter where they are, knowing that there's always somewhere to go and where they can get their wisdom based off the Guru's wisdom. So basically that's, in a nutshell, what we do.
Thank you. Yeah. And why are events like today's Freshers Fair so important?
For one, look, I'll come back to the Sangat idea of networking and connecting together so you don't feel isolated and alone, because Guru Nanak gave us many things. One of them was meditating, Naam Japna, but the key thing that holds all of that together is community. So this event is key to bring people together and to know that you're not alone on this journey.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here and representing who you guys are, but also sharing that knowledge to young people who, mental health issues, you go through that a lot in university, you hear a lot of cases, so it's really important for this representation to be there. So thank you so much. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with Babban Baji from Sikhi. But I just want to find out a little bit about who you guys are and what you do.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We're blessed to be here on the annual Sikh Youth UK Freshers Fair. The idea is that Sikh students, especially first years, can come here and they can meet so many different organisations, so many different groups. I just noticed smart learner, so you can learn how to drive as well. So basically, you're providing them with everything they're going to need whilst they're at university. Most important is, for us, is to guide them into Sangat, how they can get in touch with us, how we could support them while they're at university, and how you can request a speaker too. So there's a poster that we basically put together so they know how they can request a speaker too.
And obviously we're here at the Freshers Fair, as you mentioned. Why are these events important, and why is it important to run them at a local Gurukul as well?
I say it's very important because, like I mentioned, like when Sangat go off to university, they ain't got a clue, man. Especially if they're not already in Sangat. So if they're in Sangat circles and stuff, they've got everything, right? But those that, like I was talking to a Benji just now, she's from Essex. She moved to Leicester. She doesn't know anyone there. The only friend that she has was a friend from Gravesend, which is quite close, right? So they don't know anyone. So it's so important for them to find the right company, and this gives them that head start as well.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being, because it's so important. Sikhi do run events at the local Gurukuls up and down the country as well, so make sure you go to those gatte. They're in English, so you can understand if you struggle with Punjabi, but get involved and do that seva and be part of something. It creates that unity and that sangat that we all look for as well. So just massive thank you. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with Benji and Baji from Sikhs in Law Association. Benji, just want to find a little bit about what you guys do and who you are.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Sharon, and this is my friend Rohan, and we are student ambassadors for Sikhs in Law. I'm the placement secretary, so I organise work experience for students who are interested in law. You can shadow solicitors, barristers, judges, because you won't understand if you're interested in law unless you actually experience what these professionals do in their industry. And Sikhs in Law are an organisation where we try and encourage different ethnic minorities to get into law. So our three main aims are to promote, encourage and empower children from different backgrounds, low socio-economic backgrounds, different ethnicities to get into law. And we've got different opportunities like our advocacy weekend in November, where you actually get to travel to chambers and you get to go to different chambers and practice advocacy with barristers and judges. You perform a mock trial where you get to practice what it's like to represent a client, and you'll be given feedback by professionals, and this is to help you develop your career in law.
Appreciate that. And obviously we're here at the Freshers Fair. Why is it important to have events like this, and where do you guys see the value of it as well?
So Freshers Fairs like this is very important because it's a great way to network. In law, networking is so important. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And coming to events like this is so nice for upbringing to come together and get to meet each other and understand what different organisations do. And it's a nice way to be able to work together. So for example, like the Sikh Society from Coventry University, we can work with them to do events at Coventry University. And with Sikhs in Law, we want to try and promote as much as possible so as many people get as many opportunities as possible.
I really appreciate that, and thank you for being here today and doing the work that you guys are doing as well. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm honoured here to be standing with Rosie Benji and Sanj Baji, who are civil as part of Cloud9. You guys support this event every year and you do so much for the students here. Why do you support an event like this? What is the importance of it?
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. These events are really important for our younger generation, our GOM, and it brings all of the students, the youngsters together once a year. There's so many freshers fair that happen out there, the common typical freshers, whereas bringing the Sikhi GOM together is really important. And what's really important is, I think, you know, Deep Babaji and his team, what they do here, the cause is absolutely fantastic. So much time, effort goes into this cause, and it's amazing today that so many people have turned up. But moving forward, we just want to encourage more of the universities to get involved, more of the young generations to get involved, because you learn so much about Sikhi, and it's all about coming together really, networking, mingling with people, meeting businesses that are safe. And these sessions are all about safeguarding our future generation as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. These events wouldn't be possible without the support of organisations like Cloud9 Estates. So just want to say a massive thank you to you guys for everything you do, and a massive thank you from all the uni students as well. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with Indi Baji, who has just does so much within our community and has helped so much within Coventry with the next up-and-coming youth as well. Baji, could I just ask you, why do you think events like this are important, and why do you think it's important for us to turn up and support?
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So as you can see, there's some things that are in Sikhi that are like so important. One is atmosphere, the other one is energy, and we have it in abundance today. So it's buzzing. We need to kind of get away from the connotations of what the Gurdwara was like 20-30 years ago, like a place where you were dragged with your parents and stuff like that. We have so much going on now in the Gurdwara. It's like a hub. We have wrestling, we have boxing, we have social events like this, we have matrimonial events, we have all this stuff here, and the Gurdwara is ever revolving. The core will always be Tan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and connecting with Maharaj, because when you're a student, before you're a student, after you're a student, and all this sort of time in life, you need Sikhi in today's day and age where mental health is a big issue. This is where Sangat and meeting people in these sort of places is really key and is really important. So, you know what, props to all the organisers, props to, there's a Virji here called Cam, who used to do a lot of seva in these sort of spaces a long time ago. He's getting on a bit now, so, we do respect him, but yeah, well done to everyone, wicked event, great energy.
No, agreed. And it's so important to be the next generation that does this as well. Mentioning people like Cam Singh, they've had their time where they've inspired so many of us. We now need to take that next step and do it. So thank you so much for being here, supporting, and thank you to the Gurdwara as well. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm with Baji here from Hanji Hello. Could you just tell me a little bit about who you guys are and what you do?
Hanji Hello is a brand that I started around 12-13 years ago. British Asian Sikh brand. We've been around for that time. We had a slight little break, but we're coming back now, and we're just representing being British and Punjabi.
And why are these events important? Why is your representation of you guys but also other organisations important here today?
I think the sense of community that you get, like seeing people face to face, there's a lot of there's an online community that we all have, but I think being face to face, seeing people in person and talking to people is a great way of building community, building connections.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here as well today. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm here with some students from a local university. Ben, just want to find out why you think today's event is so important.
I think it's good to be around the right sangat and having the right community around you, because nowadays it's really difficult to find the right people to be with, because even up and in nowadays in uni, they aren't how you expect it to be. So if you're in the Gurdwara, you know who you're gonna expect to be and see and everyone. Yeah.
No, that's really, and it's so important to have these safe spaces for our university students. We've had 5 coaches come from up and down the country, and it's important for them to be able to network and also engage with them. So thank you guys for being here today and being part of it. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Everyone put your hands together, bla fateh, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We want to thank you all for coming, taking your evenings out, supporting. A massive thank you to Guru Nanak Prakash Gurdwara in Coventry for letting us use the venue, the gallery area of the Gurdwara Sahib. It's really good that we're utilising our institutes in the correct way to bridge gaps with students, with people who are disconnected from Sikhi, who don't come all the time. It's really good that you're here. You could be anywhere this evening. You could be around a partner's house, you could be around the clubs, you could be in a bad social environment, but you're in the Gurdwara, and that's a massive achievement for us. We started these events 10 years ago, around 2016, and the vision was, there was a lot of issues regarding grooming, coercive relationships, forced conversions, manipulated conversions, all sorts. And the reason and the vision of this event was to create, we can tell people not to go clubbing. Where's the solutions? And this is why our Gurdwara institutes are vital, and the committees that are backing it. There's 5 committees from across the country that have backed it locally to get coaches from their cities to get students here today. So massive thank you to the Gurdwara first. Nobody gives them enough respect. Everyone's happy to kick off with Gurdwara committees, happy to sanar things, but respect to those committees who made sure you arrived today. Big thank you to them and their investments. That's where the Guru's Golak should be going, into the Sangat, into the future generations. Massive, massive respect to the Gurdwara. And secondly, I'd like to thank the businesses, Cloud9 on our left, USR, the Sounds, and all of the businesses that have turned up today, the food ones. These are the visions. We want, the reason we've got these businesses here is so while you're at uni and in this journey, you've got wraparound support, you've got places to go to. You don't need to go to halal places or shisha bars, because that's mana for us. We shouldn't be going to those places. But you've got places where you can go, and this is why we bring them here, and they give you special discounts. They give you student discounts, so our community can go there and use those facilities in safe spaces. Again, this event is a safe space. There's unofficial peredars around here, keeping an eye on you, making sure that you're safe and sound. You wouldn't even realize that's happening. Most Gurdwara, you'll have a security guard and that's it. You've got unofficial peredars in this event. You've got wraparound support. Some of like our stalls there, the Sikh Youth stall, we're giving away alarms for free to all the female students. Thank you to Share Charity and the Gurdwara for providing us with those alarms. You've got these drink caps, you know, drink spiking. While you're at uni, you're going to go out. I don't condone you going out, and I can't encourage it, but you're going to do it. And it's important that you keep yourself safe when you're out there. We've got these drink caps there, which stop people putting things in your drinks, so you don't get drink spiked or date raped or any of those things. So to keep yourself safe, make sure you go to the Sikh Youth stall there and collect those items, because you need to protect yourself. Nobody cares for you. Nobody's going to protect you. Your parents love you, your families love you, your loved ones love you, but nobody's going to go that extra mile. But the community does. We do care, because we don't want incidents happening like what happened recently in Oldbury, like what happened earlier this year in Leicester. These are students. These are young females being targeted, and it's our farj to stand and speak up and be their voices. Yeah, and I'll just give a quick scenario. Earlier this year, young student, and they're from Leicester, radicalized, and they got them under the guise of Palestine. You know, this humanitarian aid. Under that guise, they radicalized one of our girls, converted her, and she was ready to go to Palestine. Many years ago in this city, Coventry, there's a young girl called Sandeep Samara. She was radicalized and she got done for terrorism because she was going to go to Syria. What's wrong with us? Why aren't we doing enough for our people? And this is why these events are so important. We want you and your families and your siblings to have strong Sikh homes. It doesn't matter what stage of Sikhi you're at. I'm not here to judge you. We get judged all the time. We're not here to judge. I don't care what stage of Sikhi you're at. If you're a haircut, Kirstari, your Sajda Amritari, whatever stage of Sikhi you're at, it does not matter. You all bow down to the same Guru, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And one day when you meet your partners and you marry a Sikh, because that's a hukum from your Guru, you have to marry a Sikh. And when you marry a Sikh, you will raise your kids Sikh. And that's the importance. So these are things what you're going to take on after uni, but while you're at uni, you need to keep yourself safe. Quick, when you're going out, like, you know these phones, make sure your battery's charged. Always keep your battery charged. Make sure your location's on somewhere where someone safe knows where you are, somebody in your families, they know where you are. Very important. Your safety is a priority. Make sure you know whose vehicle you're getting in. Yeah? And if you don't trust it, you don't have to get into it. Yeah? Don't be, a lot of people harassed. There's a coach of students from Birmingham here. The amount of cases we had of girls being harassed at Bagot Street, yeah? It's unreal. Unreal. Literally, they were trying to drag girls in the cars because they all park there. The perpetrators, they know you are. So, there's grooming, there's coercive relationships, there's coercive behavior, but you need to understand these things, and we're experts at this. Yeah, we've been doing this for many years. We've brought a lot of girls home from these places. We've protected girls. We've stopped girls leaving their homes for these people. But some who have gone too far, it's too late. Only Maharaj can do kirpa there. We have no powers or anything in our capacity to do anything like that. So, yes, you're here for a good time today. But more important for me is the message that you're going to learn today. And these 5-10 minutes of the few people speaking and our guests and our hosts is very important. And, you know, the media's here, SIKH CHANNEL are here, and some of the other media and anyone who's doing it, and the Pracharak orgs. Like at the back there, you've got Sikh organisations. You've got BOSS, British Organisation of Sikh Students. They've been running your Sikh societies for many years. And we've seen dwindling numbers in your Sikh socks. You're doing something wrong. Not them, they're trying their best. You're doing something wrong. You're the future leaders. You need to do more. You need to learn from elders, get some guidance and direction. You need to do more. Punjabi socks, Bangla socks, I don't know, whatever other socks there is. But you all just want to be choddar and do your own things. Everyone needs to come together. There needs to be a bit more unity. Yeah, so after many years, this event is really busy. We've had 5 cities bring coaches, so thank you to them. It's very important. I know we start the event like this, but I do want you to relax. I do want you to have a good evening. You know, we've got a chill out lounge made for you, so you've got mocktail bars, you've got coffees, you've got loads of games there, you've got corporate brands here like HSBC, JLR, Deutsche Bank. Learn about some of the careers you can have there. Some of the education and the Sikh education's here, basics are here, and there's some Shahidi Bunga over there as well. There's quite a few. I can't remember everyone that's here, so I apologize. But the food restaurants at the back, massive thank you to them for coming. Give him free food for you. They don't have to do this. They don't have to do this. They don't have to be there, but they're here. So massive thank you to them. Make sure you go there, use their facilities, take the vouchers and take the freebies today. Give them a shout on your social media. Big shout to USR here. There's a QR code. Make sure you tag all the pictures onto the Sikh Youth Instagram today. Really important. We have got, because when you did register, if you haven't registered, make sure you register. You get a wristband. And out of that, there's going to be a few sevadars choose some of the prizes that are here for those who've attended today. So we'll announce that later today. I'm going to bring in our host for the evening, USR, and Alicia Korandawa. Travelled a long way she has to host this evening, so I'm going to pass it on to her before we go to the next few speeches.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. First of all, I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you for being here today. Many of you have travelled from near and far, some of you even taking coaches just to attend. I'm one of your hosts today, so any questions or if you even want to just have a little chat, feel free to come over to me during the fair. Now, I promise to keep this speech short and sweet just because I know you're all eager to explore the incredible stalls and businesses we have showcasing today. But before we do that, I just want to take a moment to highlight how important events like this are for us, especially for our youth. In today's world, we are in the constant presence of social media and so many outside pressures. It's so easy for young people to feel disconnected, isolated, or unsure of their path. That's why events like today matter. This gives us a chance to come together in a safe, welcoming environment to network, learn, and to support one another, and to remind ourselves of the strength we have in our community. On a personal note, I just want to share a little bit about myself. I attended Aston University and I graduated last year. I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed a social life, but I experienced different things, and alongside all of that, I have always had a different side to me, which is my religious side. It's not something I've always shared publicly on my social media, which is my TikTok and Instagram, but as I've grown, I've realised how important it is to acknowledge everyone and their own journey in Sikhi. There isn't one set path that we all need to follow, so don't ever feel pressured to always be on one side or the other. We can grow, learn and discover at our own pace, and the support of our Sangha and community means a lot. I just want to give a special thanks to Sikh Youth UK for organising this incredible event. The effort that they've put into bringing this together with so many different businesses and backgrounds, and to give our youth the opportunity to connect with each other and even just to make friends. So once again, thank you for all being here, and let's continue to support one another, grow together and keep building a stronger future for our youth and our community. I'm going to hand the mic back to Deepa now to speak more about the event. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. I'm going to there's a couple more speakers, a few more. They're only a couple of minutes each, so don't stress. We're not going to keep you here like when the stage secretary passes the mic and they don't give it up. So a few more minutes, that's all. Then you can enjoy your evening. Reiterate, I want to thank her for coming and hosting the evening. It's really good that youngsters are coming through and want to host and be part of events like this. It's really good and it's important, and hopefully next year it grows even further. I'm going to bring Manev Singh on from the Gurdwara Sahib. They're going to say a few words, and thank you all as well.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So believe it or not, we run the Gurdwara Sahib here. I'm not your average Gurdwara Prabandhak committee, but you'll get there too one day. Dream big. But my request to you all would be to get involved in the Gurdwara. Your Gurdwara is a community the hub hunda it's the root of our kind of society. So do get involved. The Gurdwara does a lot. We've been supporting Deepa and other kind of Panthak events for many years. So do get involved in there. University is a time for like an experimental phase of all of your life. I fully accept my Jummevari here as the person from the Gurdwara to not fluff it up and be very, very objective. Where your spiritual resources are drained, utte na jaya karo. So whilst Deepa is going to tell you like more kind of practicality of stuff, I'm telling you from a Gurmat perspective, do not enter places where your spiritual resource is drained. Gurdware jaya karo, Waheguru Simran karya karo, Panth de naal judya karo. I'm being very, very objective and very, very straight up. Okay? So we run a Vidyalaya here. We teach children. You're more than welcome to get involved with us there. We work with Panthak organizations as well. So there's so much to do in a Panthak space, in a religious space. To other things and get involved in other things. But Pantha, as you all know, and there's organizations here, there's lots to do in the Pantha, guys. Lots to do. And the kind of the root of any movement has been students for many, many years. Many years. So much so, I'm just going to show you one thing and then I'll finish there. I can talk for a long time. I'm one of those state secretaries that doesn't pass the mic. But here we are. I'm going to tell you just one thing about students. In the 80s and 90s, there is an organization called the Sikh Student Federation. Now this is largely, at the time, a leftist organisation. Leftist politics is all the rage. And that's what people gravitated towards. And because it was all leftist and it was secular, devoid of dharam, devoid of faith, it was a failure. However, Sant Jarnail Singh Ji enters the scene, and enters the scene is a key figure, Bhai Amrik Singh. Te jadon Bhai Amrik Singh Ji Pradhan bane, that Sikh Student Federation climbs mountains and mountains. It goes to such a level where there's roughly about 200,000 registered members across Punjab alone. So what was going to happen? The inevitable happened. Sikh Student Federation was banned for their Panthak activities, and after the attack on Harmandir Sahib, the Sikhs declared an independent Sikh state, Khalistan di jang jari hogi, and the Sikh Student Federation then understood its responsibility. Its responsibility then was to siphon youth into the guerrilla resistance movement, and that's what they did. So anything, guys, is to galvanize students. Movement aida chaldi hai. Sant Jarnail Singh Ji understood this, Bhai Amrik Singh understood this, the peoples whose pictures are on the wall outside, just outside this Langar hall, understood this. So bahut vaddi zimmewari hai ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ. So I'm going to reiterate that once more, is ਤੁਸੀਂ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੋ, ਪੰਥ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੋ. There's no need to go into anything else. This is the time now for you to galvanize and what you can do for the panth. The Gurdwara and us, I'm like facetiously calling myself a Siana. I don't think I am. I have a very good skincare routine. That's why I look the way I do. But you're more than welcome to interact with the Gurdwara, the Sevadars that have been on this scene a long time, and join Sikhi through this manner. ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਆ to get involved in this. ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਖਿਮਾ ਮੰਗਦਾ ਤੇ thank you to Deepa Singh. The Gurdwara will continue to support events like this. I'll pass you over to Deepa Singh. Bilal Fateh. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you, Bhai Sahab. We've just got a couple more speakers. If we can introduce Rajdip Chokha. She's going to say a few words to you guys as well. Actress and local to Coventry as well, so she's here. It's very good that she's supporting the event. Thank you.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Raj. I'm from Coventry. This is my hometown, so I really wanted to come out and support the event today. So thank you to everybody for coming out today. It's really nice to see stuff like this happening around town and in Coventry. I graduated from Aston a couple of years ago, and I know how it feels to be going into like something completely different from like school and like being exposed to so many different things all at once. So I was lucky enough since I graduated to travel around the world and get to do what I love, and that was music and acting. But there was a lot of challenges on the way. There was so many things that were new to me. There was so many different things out there that I didn't know about. So obviously all I would want to say is that, you know, along the way, the only thing that kept me grounded was Sikhi, and I kept coming back to Sikhi every time I felt like I was lost or I needed some guidance. So, you know, one thing that I would say to take away, or one thing that I am trying to like kind of just let you guys know, because I'm going to keep it quite easy, you know, is, you know, along the way, I've obviously traveled a lot, and, you know, I've stayed more outside the country than I have here, but learn Sikhi. This is your opportunity alongside your academic education and everything that you're going to learn in university. Sikhi is very, very important. It will get you back into, you know, the right way, the right path in your life. So always come back to Sikhi and try and learn as much as you can about the history of Punjab and where we come from, what our roots are, what have we been taught by our parents. And yeah, before I go, मैं पंजाबी दे विच भी एक दो गल्लां कहना चाहनी हां. तुहानू पता ही होना कि ओल्ड बरी दे विच ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੁੜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਾਕਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਅਟੈਕ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਇਹ ਕੋਈ ਡਰਨ ਵਾਲੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ. ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਨੇ, ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਈ ਖੜੇ ਨੇ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਡਰਨ ਵਾਲੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ, ਪਰ ਅਵੇਅਰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੋਣਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ. ਸੋ obviously ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ right hand side ਤੇ, ਮੇਰੇ right hand side ਤੇ, on your left, Sikh youth ਵਾਲੇ, it's really nice to see that they are giving panic attack alarms, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਨੇ. ਸੋ ਮੈਂ you know ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ encourage ਕਰੂੰਗੀ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੂੰਗੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਓ, and try and stay out of the way, like everybody has said, try and stay out of the way of like places that will probably encourage you to go another way. So yeah, that's about it from me. I just want to say thank you to the organisers for organising this. It's really nice. And Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you, Raj. Last couple of speakers, I've got Tirath Kaur, if she would like to say a few words for a couple of minutes, and Kam Singh for a couple of minutes.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. It's so nice to see so many different people from up and down the country. I'm from London myself, so it's really important to be at these events. I want to speak to my sisters here first. And the reason I say I want to speak to my sisters first is because we need to do more. We don't do enough. Why are not enough of us standing here presenting? Why are not of us getting involved in organisations? We say about equality, we talk about this. If we don't get involved and push that, we can't do that. We are leaders. We are diamonds of this band. We are the backbone of this band. So to all my sisters here, get involved. Make a change. You are the next generation that will lead the next generation and the generations to come. And that's not said enough. And when we hear about these grooming cases, when we hear about things going on, why are we hearing about them? It's because we're not putting enough back into what we know. We're not educating ourselves on what our guru's done. We're not educating ourselves about our shaheeds. If I ask you now, what about Mir Mannu's jails? How many of us even know what that's about? How many of us know about those women, our mothers, those daughters who sat there with their children around their necks? Who sat there doing the chakki for hours and hours because they didn't convert? Learn those stories, because history repeats itself, but that was there for us to learn and become stronger. And to all my brothers here, these are your sisters. Have that respect as they are your sisters. If you see them out and you see someone talking to them that shouldn't be, if you see they're in a situation where they shouldn't be, stand up and do something about it. I went to a university for a talk once, and I heard one of our own Sikh boys saying that he said to a Muslim boy, "I'll sort you out with a Sikh girl." Do you know how disgusting that is to hear? I don't want anyone to ever say that. Okay? There's things you can do. Become those sisters and brothers that we are. This is that time to have that network, build that community. That's where your forefront should be. There's Bantak events, there's Sikh events, there's so many things that happen up and down the country. This weekend, there's about 5 or 6 programs that I know of. There's speakers from America, Canada, India coming. Be part of those conversations, ask those questions. And now you're going through university, you're getting the understanding, you're getting the education, the intelligence of so much. Bring that back into the band. There's the classes that they were talking about that happen here Saturday in your locals. I'm sure there's things that happen. If there's not, start them. But don't be the ones to say someone else would do it. You be the one to do it. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet, but please make sure you say Fateh to everyone that's here. Please make sure you network, build those connections, and grow what you can. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you, Tirath Kaur. Kam Singh, and then I'll bring our host Alicia back on. Kam, say a few words just to elaborate on something that Tirath Kaur just said. Just like we stand against Pakistani perpetrators who target our girls, there'll be a zero tolerance to any of our lads doing the same sort of things. Do not ever ask your sisters for indecent pictures. Do not ask for any of those things and use it to blackmail them. It's a zero tolerance policy here. I don't care. It's live on camera and I'll say it. Zero tolerance. Yeah? Make sure you respect, make sure them girls at your uni up here, they know that you're there for them. Yeah? Remember, I'm going to just go a bit of history for 1 minute on this domestic issue in the UK. The right wing and the left wing have been playing table tennis politics about this grooming issue for about 20 years. The Sikhs were the first to bring it. It's been happening to our girls since the 60s, the 70s. We're the first to raise it. We're the last to be respected by it. And that's a reason, because of cultural sensitivities, cultural similarities, yeah? It's normalized in a lot of families. They think, yeah, our doors are open. Welcome everyone. That's why we call this a Sikh students event, because it's for you. So again, zero tolerance. We're the first to talk about this issue. We're the experts at this issue. And these are the solutions for it, and you need to be part of the solutions. Even when you go back to your universities, Are you going to safeguard the girls that are going to go out? Are you going to do patrols on your uni campus? Because we used to have to do patrols for you guys at uni. Not you specifically here, but we had to do patrols at university to make sure that the taxi drivers were real taxi drivers, that weren't random geezers picking up girls and taking them and abusing them, because that's what happens. You're in a city that you don't know. That's why it's important. There's taxi drivers here like Ricky and others. Pick your safe drivers. There's student accommodation here that will look after you and make sure that you're safeguarded. These things are vital. Don't just go for cheap options. Yeah? I'm being serious. Yeah? Safeguard yourselves. That's a priority. Very, very important. I'm going to pass it to Cam. I just want to elaborate on the zero tolerance. Yeah, if it's others doing it, even if it happens in our, it's a zero tolerance. We ain't going to let that happen.
Thank you. Sasangi, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I wasn't supposed to speak today. I don't know why Deepa's giving me the opportunity, but thank you to Deepa. All the Sevadars that do such amazing work to bring the community together, because it's upbringing community. As soon as you start thinking and seeing the vision like Deepa, it doesn't matter where you are on your spiritual journey, whether you're Munna yet, you're Umratari, wherever you are, you're still part of that one family. Tika? And this is our family. The only thing I can tell you is what I did about 55 million years ago when I went to university, when our Sikh society, the first thing what I did in our university was bring everyone together, just like we did today, and I gave my number out. And I said to one thing to the older Sikh community, because if there's a problem howe na, whether that's financial, someone's harassing you, whatever the issue is, you're going to come and tell us. There's a point of call. Now, Maharaj Kirpa, you got a lot of societies like Sikh Youth UK that do that seva, that help you, but in those days, so we used to help ourselves. But what the point is this. You are the cream of the crop. You're the next generation that's going to take this forward. These speakers have put so much points across so eloquently, so in such a beautiful way, give you a tias. I can't beat that. But what I will do is reiterate what they said. And the key point that they said was, don't look at someone else to lead you. You're going to have to become that leader. You take responsibility in your group that I'm going to be the change in my circle. You understand that? Not everyone's going to follow, that's fine. But you have to be that strong connection that when holy Maharaj Kirpa Danal, you start going to a weekly event where you're doing part, you're learning about Sikh Ityas. I promise you this, and this I'm speaking from experience. So from the classes that we used to do about 25 years ago, majority of the people that used to come to those classes were Munne. Aaj Maharaj Kirpa Danal Amritari Singh ne. And now they're taking the lead. And those Naujawan are now in front of you. So what I'm trying to say to you is you can, and all you got to do is take inspiration, and there is no greater inspiration than Sikh history. Tuji jaake ek bari Sikh Ityas padh leo na, I promise you this. I've had debates with different communities on interfaith marriage and interfaith conversion, all this sort of thing. Assi karte rahe hain. So we know the crack. So we are so blessed. Main tanu sach das raha. We are so blessed to be born in this community, and it's such a shame, such a dukh lagda sahiwari when we see our own girls and boys do certain things that you're like, yo, you don't even know how many people died for that dastar, and today eh kam ho reha. You understand? That dastar, khas karke je tusi dastar banni hai, you got more of zimmewari. You understand that? You got more of a zimmewari, and je tusi kada paya wa, wo aime nahi paya hega. That's to remind you that's connection with Guruji at all times. So don't think that तुझे कल्ले आके मैं हो कर लूँगा. No, you gotta stick and stand together. Help one another, and I promise you, Maharaj will do kirpa. We are here for you, Maharaj Kirpa Danal. The Gurdwara are here for you. So well done to Guru Nanak Prakash Gurdwara and organisation like Sikh Youth that bring so many different members of the community, like I said, from different parts, because we're all together. As soon as you start seeing that one family, instead of the Jat Path and instead of this, oh, he's Amritari, who wears a different side of pag or whatever. No, forget all that nonsense. Because when we go upstairs to do the Darbar Sahib, do Matha Tek, guess what? We all bow down to that same Guru. You understand? So we are that family. So ek do this khyaal karna, tada farza. It's not, oh, is it, can I do it, not do it? Your first Guru started with this. If I go into lecture mode, it's going to take too long, so I'm going to stop it right there because I'm known to take it like a bit too further. So I'll leave it today, Maharaj Kirpa Danal. But I want to thank the Sevadar, and I do ardas in Maharaji Hazuri with Sangat the Assis. Ye Maharaj inna kan. Those Sevadar that are out there day and night, that are working for this community, Maharaj unna nu ho tarakkiyan bakshan.
ਹੋਰ ਸਫਲਤਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ, ਹੋਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ, and may Mara guide them and to take the punt to another level. And the only thing that can happen is when you realize your duty, that is not there just their punt. You're part of that punt. So either you can be part of the problem or part of the solution. ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਆ। ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਉਂਦਾ। If I said anything wrong, I apologize. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Thank you, Kam Singh. I appreciate it. We're going to let you relax now. I'm going to lighten up the mood. We're going to bring Alicia back, and she's going to just say a final few words before we start out, and you can go and enjoy the event.
So just a quick announcement from me and a lighter note to end on. Just specifically speaking about the businesses here, you don't want to miss out on the incredible clothing brands joined us. We've got some amazing showcases on stage, including the Sikh Youth UK sportswear range, modelled by Janelle. So we've got a range of gilets, tracksuits on all different sizes, which is all on the stall on the left. We've also got some pieces from Hanji Hello. Yeah. From Rockstar, and some designs from Desraj. Make sure you stop by their stalls, because they've brought such a wide variety of styles that really celebrate creativity and culture, and pieces you can wear every day. It's honestly so inspiring to see so many Sikh-based clothing brands offering such high-quality garments, and with so much passion behind them. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you so much for being a part, Sikh Channel, for being a part of today's Freshers Fair. We've had so many different university students that we've talked to and networked with. We've had so many different organisations, and we've heard from some really special speakers who have been here today. There's been 5 coaches that have come from Liverpool all the way down to London. There's so many students. This is a safe space for them to network and learn with each other. Thank you so much to everyone who's been part of today's event and who has helped and supported. And thank you to Sikh Youth UK, who has put on this event time and time again. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.